So I wanted to paint this old garden flag that I had, and I'm using some fabric paint medium. You just mix this with your regular acrylic paints, and that keeps your paint from hardening on the fabric and also protects it for washing. So I've dabbled a little bit with painting fabric in the past, and it's always turned out really well, so I thought that this would be a great idea to test out on a garden flag just to see how this would hold up in direct weather. However, I found out the hard way that I should have put some wax paper between my cardboard and my flag. I don't normally have to do this when painting on fabric, but this garden flag had sat out in the sun, y'all, for the last 2 summers, so it was very, very brittle, and I did not take that into account. So I did all of this painting, and it turned out so, so pretty, as you'll see, but as I was trying to lift it up, it started to tear my flag. So if you do plan to try this, I do highly suggest using some wax paper underneath your fabric. So I mixed a lot of different colors for the paints that I'm using, but the brands that I'm using for my paint is Waverly Chalk Paint and Apple Barrel brand. But this turned out so, so pretty. I was so excited about this, and then I started to lift it, y'all, and this is how it turned out after I got it off of my cardboard. But me being me, I didn't do all this for nothing, so we're gonna find a use for it. So I decided I'll try to add it to a sign and just make it into like a decorative sign for my house or for my porch. So I cut down the edges so that it would fit right into this little frame sign that I had, and I could have kept it this way, but I decided to add in a little bit of extra things just to give it more of a three-dimensional look. And I painted the little metal flower so that it would match the daisy, and I could just glue that right over top of it. This definitely would have looked better as a garden flag, but I think it still turned out pretty overall.